Hey guys, and welcome back to Shadow the Hedgehog. Today we shall be concluding the dark path of the game, and this is the penultimate part, guys, so get ready for shit to hit the fan, both metaphorically and physically.
Oh, it's going to be amazing and evil.
So Black Doom, are we like astral projecting right now? Because I probably should have warned you, I may be the ultimate life form, but I can't breathe. Dead credits.
Well, no, he can breathe in space, because Final Chase.
You could make the argument that the Ark has like an atmospheric shield that extends all the way around.
You could make a lot of arguments, but they'd probably all be just as bullshit.
Yeah, you got me there. Oh, you're a cheeky one, Flame. So what is Black Doom waffling on about here? Sorry, I was shit-talking the game, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, apparently Doomsday is tomorrow, they're gonna blow the fucking planet up.
Okay.
Just, you know, the usual bad guy stuff.
Sorry, I'm not meant to be in this scene, I'll get out of here as fast as possible.
Yeah.
What a scene. Oh, it could be on the cover of a black metal album.
I like how Shadow was able to fly to just gaze at the Earth, but then as soon as he's actually going somewhere, now he needs the bird.
Oh, here we go, the Ark.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, those were two very different things. Oh, I love the SA2 callback here.
Oh, yes. Ooh.
Plus, if you squint, you can pretend you're playing a better game.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's very true.
Before we actually get into the level itself, I got to ask you, Flame, and I guess Richie as well. You played SA2, right?
Of course I played SA2.
Okay, Flame, which is better to you, Final Rush or Final Chase?
Final Rush, and the reason for that, there's one reason, and it's them fucking green things in Final Chase that don't work.
Oh,
yes.
Do you mean the cylinders?
Yes, the ones that you get to the top of them, you sort of clip over the edge a bit, and then you die, you know.
What about you, Richie? The same, I would assume?
Exactly the same, yes, because if I recall correctly, because I have a bit of an odd history with Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, with getting so far, then having to put it away for a while because I got stuck because I was a young child, and I got stuck on Final Chase and it just frustrated me endlessly. And yet, when I eventually got to Final Rush, I just blitzed it because it was glorious.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously that was after getting through the hell that was Crazy Gadget, because that level confused the hell out of me.
Feels like Final Rush is like a bit of a catharsis sort of level. Like,
yes.
You went through like a puzzle platformer level. Now here's something where you can just go fast for the most part, enjoy. But we're kind of getting off topic now, even if SA2 is like properly linked to Shadow, more of which in the next part. But tell us a little bit about the Ark, Flame, the level, not the giant space station.
I actually think this is quite a cool level. The majority of it is you're floating around on this bird, and there's these 4 things that you need to shoot. As you can tell, I really don't give a fuck about being careful because there's loads of the birds around if one of them dies.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, just it's a shooting level, and honestly, it's kind of a cool change of pace, I think.
I'm watching this and feeling a lot more exhilarated in comparison to quite a few of the other levels. Like, there's visually interesting stuff going on. There's a constant sense of momentum with the level, at least so far anyway.
And it looks cool as well, aesthetically.
Yeah. And also, obviously, it's a great callback to Sonic Adventure 2.
There is a lot of parts of this that you can do on foot, but I just find it so satisfying just to, you know, fly around, shoot everything down. This one can be a little bit irritating because you've got to get right up close and it's possible to miss it. But, you know, I just sort of ram into the things and there's no chance it's getting away from me now.
Nice, nice. I have to say, like, your comment about how you can do stuff on foot or in the air kind of, like, makes me bring up maybe my main problem with Shadow the Hedgehog. It's not the janky physics, it's not the aesthetic style, it's not like the musical choices or anything like that, the story. It's the fact, well, the story's a problem, but we'll get to that when we get to that. This area is cool, by the way. It's the fact that they give you this choice system, this route system, and you can go to like certain exclusive levels and all that, but to complete the game, you have to play through every single one. You have to go down every route, you have to beat the game essentially 10 times, as opposed to Heroes where you have to beat it 4 times. And in my mind, that kind of rubs up against the notion of choice, because when you make it mandatory, it's not a choice anymore. You have to do that to beat the game, and it's just a little bit frustrating, really.
It's a weird kind of, I guess, imbalance, because you've got, on the one hand, like, yeah, this, like, having to go through all the different pathways, it does dissolve the quality of your choices, but also one of these routes is not a game. You know, like, it's about an hour long each.
Yeah.
So, like, it's, if they were to sort of flesh more stuff out, but then with how many levels that would take to make a single route feel like a complete experience, I'm not sure how they would line that up or balance it out.
I would have just preferred, you know, like in SA2 you have like hero, dark, last. Just do true, neutral. No, do like neutral, hero, dark, and then last story. I mean, it's a big callback to SA2 anyway, so why not?
That could work, actually.
I mean, the other way that you would get around that would be you wouldn't need to. You just did 3 paths rather than having all of the extra levels in between. So that would mean that you'd actually be able to tailor each of the levels more efficiently to the task at hand. So, like, the issue with Westopolis is that obviously you've got all the Black Arms and all of the gun soldiers hanging about. Mm-hmm. If you separated it quite firmly into 3 separate paths, then you could have 3 separate versions of Westopolis to make sure that it never really gets dull or tedious.
Which it does by, like, the 3rd or 4th time, quite frankly. But I suppose we can talk about this a bit more in the next part if we're not talking about other things like potatoes or whatnot, given our off-topic nature in this playthrough. Tell us a bit about this boss, Flame. I'm hearing some familiar SA2 music.
Yeah, there's this, and there's one of the other bosses which we're not seeing, which also has a different remix of this same song. But this boss, it's called the Blue Falcon, which is why I think the Black Ball's a F-Zero reference. I think that's what they're going for here.
Yeah, come on!
Yeah.
Show me your moves!
But, like, it's... You attack it, it drops its guns, you pick up the guns, you shoot it. And it's actually quite a fun boss, honestly. This was one of the ones that I ended up redoing just to get a cleaner run of it.
Yeah. Sometimes there is, like, a good boss in a janky game that you just want to kind of do properly, because it's like, fuck yeah, I had a good time with that, I want to show off it to its best.
Well, there's more like, I recorded this a year ago, and yet it's still killing me inside.
Oh, okay. So, OTE breakdowns then, okay, I get you. I can relate.
Yeah. It's quite a simple concept, and sometimes that's all the boss needs, and it's like, you see what you're meant to do, and like, it's just a case of getting it done.
Oh Jesus, the Roomba bot is going down!
Oh no.
Oh, he dead.
Oh, I guess he's gonna get his own spin-off now.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's what's why Miyamoto never approved the next F-Zero. It's just the Blue Falcon trying to rediscover its memories.
Oh Jesus.
Oh no, Flame, no!
A racetrack with, like, the neutral, hero, and dark paths on it, nice.
Oh, God.
Attention everyone on Earth who hasn't been, like, killed by our nuclear blasts and whatnot. We will be taking control of Earth. You there in the wreckage, prick up your ears.
Yeah, but you say that about like the races now. I can't help but think the whole outside blue arc areas would make a fucking great race track for, like, you know, the All-Stars Racing or something like that.
Oh, hell yes.
They kind of came close to that with, like, the Death Egg in Racing Transform.
Yeah, it's not quite the arc. And like, they've got Starlight Carnival as well, and I just think them games suffer from being Sega All-Stars rather than just proper going into Sonic.
What?
But yeah, the president's shit scared at this point.
Sure, wouldn't you be?
Yeah.
We haven't really brought this up so far, but the CGI in this game is really, really good.
It is, yeah. It's got that sort of similar sort of Clash Tribe 6 where the actual in-game graphics look jank, I guess, but then comparing that to... Oh, fuck, Independence Day, but like, comparing that to, you know, like the proper, I'd assume, high-budget computer-generated imagery, it's like, it's worlds apart.
Yeah. I see Black Doom looked through Earth's history books and decided, yes, I will show the world that I have a bigger dick than perfect chaos. I won't just destroy one city, I'll destroy multiple ones at once. It's okay, though, the president had a parachute, he got away just in time.
Sir, are you alright?
Well, I suppose I've been better, but...
Never mind me. What about the people of Central City?
They're dead. They're all dead.
No need to worry.
I like to imagine the gun commander's like, should I tell him? Should I tell him?
How would they evacuate in time?
I know, it's like pretty damn big city. Like, I know you can issue evacuation orders and you can try your damn best, but there is no way in
Now what's
hell
going on?
you're going to get everyone out of that city, because there's going to be the stubborn sod who decided, no, I'm not going to evacuate, I'm staying right here.
No, I don't believe in aliens with, like, space stations and lasers. Fuck off.
Yeah, no, they're just all hid in the fridge.
According to
Oh.
reports,
Oh dear, Flame.
sided with the black aliens.
Shadow? I don't believe it.
He signed my picture and everything. Oh,
So he's finally decided to show himself.
God, his eyes and his hands, just everything about this man is awful.
Prepare all weapons to strike incoming vessels. Mobilize Diablon.
Let's not.
Fuck that
It's
thing.
not ready yet.
I don't care.
I don't give a fuck that this machine is unstable and might cause more harm than good. Fucking do it.
The president's sitting right there. Shouldn't he be the one issuing these orders?
Yeah.
Okay, oh, I just remembered. I love this bit. Look at this.
Justice will finally be served.
And the president's okay with this.
He just cocks a realistic, like, pistol in a Sonic the Hedgehog game.
Shadow, I'm counting on you.
I know, Professor. The ultimate life form born to ensure peace and justice amongst all of mankind.
This game, it makes no sense.
I know.
Yeah, he's getting his missions mixed up, muddied a little bit. I will bring forth justice by killing them all. Killing them all.
Shadow's not the best at quite understanding instructions. If you think back to like SA2 when he takes Maria's statement of like, please make the people happy, to I promise you, revenge.
Yeah. Well, thank God Joe didn't tell him to like help slash the budget. He would have gone out and killed all the bankers in the world. So this is the level you really like, right, Flynn?
I like this level primarily because of the music. This music, it's just got a perfect tone to it for like a pure bad guy theme. Because it's like at this point where even now if you were to change your mind, you were going to go on the good route, it's like you've still done enough damage. Like everything's still fucked.
Yeah.
So it's like the tense sort of, you know, end of the world really.
So I love when the car gets damaged because it just looks like Shadow's driving an Invisomobile.
Yeah. And yeah, I thought in this level, because there's a few places where we're going to see cars, I'll show them off, you know. I've skipped past them on most of the other ones.
We didn't really get a chance to show off the motorbike, which is a bit of a shame because it's like a Shadow staple at this point, but oh well. If you want that, there's our old boring 06 playthrough.
Yeah, or I could stare at paint drying, but...
Or, you know, you could watch anybody play Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing or Transformed, because I'm pretty sure is it his All-Star move or just his general vehicle that's the motorbike?
In the first of those games, he had his bike as the car.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Yeah, in Transformed they changed it. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think that was just to make it easier to transform into like the boat or the plane.
Yeah, so
That makes
I love
sense.
the arrows in the base telling Shadow where to go. This way to assassinate the president.
Yeah, terrorists this way, please.
So thoughtful.
Yeah, remember when them guys were bosses in SA2?
Oh yeah.
Nah, just shoot them, whatevs.
To be fair, they kind of went down the same way in SA2.
Yeah.
Like, you could kill them in, like, one circuit, I believe. Like, before they even have a chance to, like, take off and land again.
Yeah, even easier if you're like playing Sonic's version and you have the bounce attack, because then it's like he's dead.
Oh, yeah. So are there any other, like, special gimmicks we have to look out for in this level? Rouge is here, trying to, like, talk Shadow out of destroying the president. I guess she doesn't seem, like, very worried or, like, concerned about Shadow's seemingly terroristic behaviour.
Nah. Also, stealth sections I'm going to completely fucking ignore.
That's our Flame, always sticking it to the man.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's a game where you gotta go fast. Why the hell would you be trying to stealth your way through this? It's the same reason why the stealth in Lost World made no sense.
Well, it's more about killing humans fast on the dark path, but I see your point.
But what we just saw there, that's the mission of there's these blue things, just shoot them.
What are they exactly?
I think they're generator type things. I missed when they were blabbing on about it. But it's one of these things you sort of switch off after a while and just see the little icon in the corner and think, okay, go shoot this thing.
Oh, so that's the thing you need me to kill today. Okay, I've got it.
Yeah, like, it turns you into a really apathetic mercenary.
Appropriate then.
Yeah. It's like Shadow and the Killer Nihilism or some shit.
Yeah. Are you not taking the super jumpy-tron?
Not here, no.
Okay.
Can't remember if I did on this run or not, because like I say, in the full playthrough you do have to go through this stage twice.
Okay.
And lasers are no object.
Okay, you may or may not have heard Shadow swear there, at least in terms of what the game thinks is swearing, you know, like damn it, and so on. Let's talk about that for a second, because I don't think we've really covered that yet. The completely unnecessary, and I would even say childish use of swearing to try and, like, I don't know, accentuate just how badass and cool and, you know, adult this game is. First of all, damn's not a swear. Fuck or shit is swearing. Damn is something that I would guess mostly Americans think is swearing, because it's related to, you know, religion, and I'm just like stereotyping here, but America is a lot more religious than the UK for the most part, blah 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 blah. I'm not really going to get into a religion debate here, just saying. But it kind of came to a head for me when, for starters, you have, like, I don't know, fluffy animal characters saying this shit in a series not really known for this, but it's like, I think it's in Mad Matrix when Shadow and Espio team up to fight one of Robotnik's mechs, and the Espio's like, damn, we've been detected. It's like, you didn't really need to say damn there.
No.
You know, it just seems like you're forcing it. And if they just said it kind of like naturally, like I can imagine like the gun commander saying it when shit's going down, but just like, oh no, we've been seen. I don't know. It's just a sticking point for me. I find it not tasteless, just a bit stupid, really.
Well, I mean, I actually did a whole blog post on my blog about to swear or not to swear in my novel, because it's something that you do need to think about when you're dealing with things. It's just like, is it natural to swear in this sort of environment that I've created? In the case of the Sonic universe, no, swearing doesn't really fit. It's got a very childish style of dialogue because it is intended for children, which is fair enough.
And I mean, they've gone like most of the. Oh, you don't want to kill that guy. We're on the dark path here.
Yeah.
But they've gone most of the way to like trying to get like a more dark edge to the Sonic franchise. Like Shadow can kill people, use guns and so on. The dark tone that basically permeates the entire game, the colour scheme. That I don't think like the swearing was needed really.
No, it wasn't.
And you know me, I swear like a sailor, so this isn't like some kind of prude sort of thing. I just think it's kind of unnecessary, and it even detracts from like what the creators were originally trying to do with Shadow the Hedgehog as a game.
Well, for me, like, I honestly don't mind the concept of Shadow swearing, because Shadow seems like the kind of character, he's rough around the edges, he probably would swear if they weren't trying to get an age rating.
I guess.
But they have other characters swear, like Sonic says damn at one point, I think, and like Sonic isn't the kind of character who would talk like that.
No.
Plus also, and I know this is the sort of thing I sometimes would say as a joke, but I am being sincere when I say that if they're gonna go down that road, go all out. You know, like, have Shadow effing and blinding. Like,
No, they never get that far.
no, I know why they didn't, because they want to keep it at 12 so they can sell it. But,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
in terms of how this is presented, if that would be the less, like, not offensive as in, like, offending me, but, like, offensive as in seeming out of character and that.
Uh-huh.
If Shadow were to talk like that, because right now, saying damn, it like you say, it sounds out of place in the sentences, whereas, like, no one who is rough around the edges, like Shadow is so because they say damn a lot. They F and blind and that. Whereas this feels like it makes what should be a character being gritty and edgy instead sound like, you know, a 10-year-old who's learned a bad word for the first time.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's where my problem with it comes in. It's just not going in the right... It's not executing the direction that it seems like they half-heartedly went for.
It's not the words, it's the context in which the words are used, yeah.
I'm sorry, please tell me I'm not the only one who spotted the guy floating in the air.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah, it's just a thing. Sometimes the game's mechanics crap out and people start levitating.
And then you get lines like that work better than saying damn. Because like Death Tool that opposed me, like that is still a bit hammy, but it's like a threatening thing without having to,
Like, even your going straight to hell has more effect than damn. Damn is hella weak. And I think we've basically exhausted that particular tract. But, yeah, if you want to, like, make your game more moody and edgy, you can do it without swearing. I would bring up, like, DMC Devil May Cry, but that's a topic that's been done to death already, and the shadow comparisons are already, like, too apt for comfort. So let's just blow up this last generator and be done with this level.
So what you're saying is that Shadow isn't an ultimate fuckchild? I love that game, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, Chaos Emerald get.
Human resistance has been crushed.
Oh, they're all dead. Humans are dead forever. Nice.
Perfect.
I have to say, I'm noticing quite a few more A ranks on the Dark Path than the Hero Path Flame.
About that, please. Don't do a criminal records check on me. Anyway, this boss can fuck right off.
Yep, not a fan of like Diablon and Sonic at all. I find it clunky, I find it tedious. You'll see what I mean. That's the commander inside there, right?
I think it's meant to be, yeah. But before we even get to the gameplay, the concept itself is such a wasted opportunity, especially for the purest of dark routes. This should have been Shadow vs Sonic.
Yeah.
Having this extra mech here, it just really takes the strength out of that. It feels, because Sonic is just a tag along here. The main beef going on is Shadow versus the Gun Commander. And if they'd done what I talked about earlier, of just taking Sonic out of this and just having Shadow and his story, that'd be fine. But Sonic's been here the whole game, doing not much.
Yeah, he hasn't really affected the plot that much, apart from saying, "Hey Shadow, let's go to the Ark." I guess that means we'll go too.
So, like, when you have this, why not just, pit them against each other?
Kind of call back to SA2 as well. Like, they hadn't really settled their long-standing grudge. Sonic still has some doubts, and I know that's getting a bit fan-wanky now, but at least it makes more sense than, oh, here's a giant robot without legs.
It's just one of them things, though, no matter how fan-wanky you get, is it going to be worse than what we're looking at?
Yeah, true. Okay, mate, tell us how to take down Diablon successfully.
The bulk of what I'm doing here is bounce off Sonic, break away the shield, bounce off Sonic again because you'll have fallen down by that point, then attack the weak point. It's monotonous. There are other things like guns, but you kind of have to get a good time to actually go for them.
Oh yeah, because Sonic will come to you like really, really fast, and yeah, that's true to his character, but it's kind of annoying when you're already dealing with like Shockwave McFuckstain over here.
Yeah.
And there's also a limited number of rings, so you're going to want to pick up those sparingly.
Oh, that's always fun, isn't it?
Especially for a guy with a hitbox as big as Diablon.
Also, when you get here, it is very easy to line up your shot a bit wrong and go flying into the abyss.
Yeah, we did talk about like Sega and their love of death pits earlier in the playthrough, didn't we, Richard?
Yes, we did.
But I agree totally with like your idea of it having just been, Sonic vs Shadow would have been better, Flame. The robot, the commander guy, they should have fleshed him out a bit more, because he's hinted here, like Maria, I guess, would be like an adopted part of his family, more than just like blood related, I guess, and he like feels bad and he blames Shadow for her dying. But first things first, it was Gun who killed Maria, not Shadow. And secondly, get over it. Like, why do you still have like a military position if you're this compromised?
It's like, do you really want someone that unstable in charge of enabling the giant death mech?
Yeah, like, he fucking pulled out a block in front of the president.
Yeah, like, how does this guy still have his job?
Nepotism, I guess.
Yeah, possibly.
Or cronyism, I think is the better word.
Yeah, or just, bribery.
Yeah, bribery probably works. So any last minute tidbits you want to say about the boss? Because I assume he'll be going down soon, hopefully.
About your use of the word like at last minute, look at the fucking health bar.
I'm just being hopeful here. Even in the darkest of timelines, routes and paths, hope still shines bright.
You are far too optimistic.
I suppose I could probably have a little chat about what I was hinting at when we were fighting Black Doom. Of just saying that was a better ending boss fight than this one, in sense of tone, because obviously what we're trying to do here is we're trying to kill General Guy and Sonic, which, while it makes sense in terms of the dark narrative, it doesn't really make sense in terms of the overall arc of the game. Because obviously, where we're going, like, Sonic's not going to get hurt whatsoever, so it's just like, well, literally, what is the point of this?
Well, technically he's trying to kill the president. Like, this guy and Sonic are just in the way.
Well, true.
Oh, Sonic got pushed out of the way. Even in the end of, like, bosses, he has plot armor.
Mere humans cannot stop me.
Meanwhile, Shadow's doing this cool pose. Sonic could just finish him off now, but nah.
That's amazing that you got an A rank on that, because I don't think I've ever seen anything close to an A when I fought Diablon.
This was one of the ones that needed redoing later. I shaved like 3 minutes off.
Yeah, I hope you realise I'm putting that picture of like Sonic in pain on the ground on Twitter after we're done here.
Go for it.
Like HellfireComms after finish recording Shadow the Hedgehog.
Finally, I've got all the Chaos Emeralds.
Okay, this is where he turns into Super Shadow and blows up Sonic and the Commander, and then blows up the entire base and flies away.
Yeah, we got half hour of bullshit before that happens, fam.
Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, tell us who you are.
I'm Shadow.
The true self.
I love you, Rich.
I will judge them all with the power of my stand. No, not Shadow Fever.
This is who I am.
Okay, I've had enough. I can't stand like evil laughs on a cartoon hedgehog. We'll see you next time for the finale of Shadow the Hedgehog.
No more gods, no more grave. Are you friend or fiend? No more life, no more death. Somewhere in between.